China's construction of artificial islands in the South China Sea is a subject of global intrigue and contention. This ambitious project combines remarkable engineering feats with complex geopolitical strategies, transforming submerged reefs and shoals into militarized outposts. The artificial islands serve various strategic purposes, from enhancing China's military reach to asserting its territorial claims. This video explores the purpose, methods, challenges, and implications of China's artificial island building in the South China Sea. So, make sure to watch the video till the end and get to understand this intriguing wonders happening in our world. Welcome back to Just Know It 254. Before we continue, please subscribe to this channel. I promise you will have the best videos and I will make them so interesting for you to watch and learn. Please subscribe. The construction of artificial islands in the South China Sea serves multiple strategic, economic, and military purposes for China, which include 1. Territorial claims. The South China Sea is a vital waterway, rich in resources and strategic for global shipping routes. By creating artificial islands, China solidifies its territorial claims in the region, particularly within the so-called 9-dash line, which covers most of the sea. 2. Military advantage. The artificial islands are equipped with military installations, including runways, radar systems, missile batteries, and naval facilities. This military infrastructure extends China's power projection capabilities and enhances its ability to monitor and control maritime activities. 3. Resource exploitation. The South China Sea is believed to hold vast reserves of oil and natural gas. By establishing a physical presence, China strengthens its position to explore and exploit these underwater resources. 4. Strategic deterrence. The islands act as forward bases, increasing China's strategic depth and deterrence capabilities. This presence is intended to dissuade other nations from challenging China's claims and to assert dominance over regional trade routes. Building artificial islands from scratch involves several advanced engineering techniques. Here's a detailed look at how China has managed to accomplish this. The process begins with land reclamation, which involves the following steps. 1. Dredging. Massive dredgers are used to scoop up sand, silt, and other materials from the seafloor. This material is then transported and deposited onto coral reefs and shallow shoals, raising their level above the water. 2. Reinforcement. To stabilize the newly formed land, the reclaimed areas are reinforced with concrete and steel structures. These foundations prevent erosion and ensure the islands can support heavy infrastructure. 3. Landscaping and infrastructure. Once the land is stabilized, it is landscaped and prepared for construction. This involves laying out runways, roads, buildings, and military installations. Advanced construction techniques are employed to build airstrips, naval ports, and other facilities capable of supporting military operations. The construction of artificial islands has significant environmental implications. 1. Destruction of coral reefs. The dredging process destroys coral reefs, which are vital marine ecosystems. This destruction leads to the loss of biodiversity and disrupts the habitat of numerous marine species. 2. Water pollution. The reclamation process stirs up sediment and pollutants, degrading water quality and affecting marine life. This pollution can spread over large areas, impacting fisheries and coastal communities. 3. Long-term ecological damage. The creation of artificial islands alters natural water flows and sediment deposition patterns, potentially causing long-term ecological damage that extends beyond the immediate construction sites. Nevertheless, the project is still faced by certain challenges, which include 1. Harsh marine environment. The South China Sea is subject to harsh weather conditions, including typhoons and strong currents. These environmental factors pose significant challenges for construction and maintenance. 2. International opposition. China's activities in the South China Sea have sparked opposition from neighboring countries and the international community. Nations such as Vietnam, the Philippines, Malaysia, and Brunei have competing territorial claims in the region, leading to diplomatic tensions and conflicts. 3. Legal disputes. The United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea, UNCLOS, provides a legal framework for maritime disputes. In 2016, An international tribunal ruled against China's claims in the South China Sea. However, China rejected the ruling, continuing its construction and militarization activities. China's artificial islands have far-reaching strategic and geopolitical implications which we cannot shy away from. These are 1. Enhanced military capabilities. The militarization of the artificial islands significantly enhances China's strategic reach. The islands serve as forward bases, enabling rapid deployment of military assets and providing strategic points for surveillance and defense. 2. Control over sea lanes. The South China Sea is a critical maritime route for global trade, with a significant portion of the world's shipping passing through its waters. By controlling this area, China can influence global trade routes and potentially impose its will on international shipping. 3. Regional power dynamics. China's activities have shifted the balance of power in the region. The artificial islands act as force multipliers, allowing China to project power more effectively. This shift has prompted neighboring countries to enhance their own military capabilities and seek stronger alliances, particularly with the United States. 4. Economic and resource control. Control over the South China Sea also means control over its rich resources. The region is believed to contain vast reserves of oil, natural gas, and fish. By establishing a physical presence, China strengthens its claims to these resources, potentially leading to economic benefits. The international community's response to China's artificial island construction has been mixed, with the United States has consistently challenging China's claims and activities in the South China Sea. Through Freedom of Navigation Operations (FONOPs), the U.S. Navy regularly sails near the disputed islands to assert the principle of free passage and challenge China's territorial claims. Other countries like the Philippines, Vietnam, Malaysia, and Brunei have voiced strong opposition to China's activities. These nations have sought to strengthen their own claims and military capabilities while engaging in diplomatic efforts to resolve disputes. Organizations such as ASEAN, Association of Southeast Asian Nations, and the United Nations have called for peaceful resolution of disputes and adherence to international law. However, these efforts have had limited impact on curbing China's activities. As I conclude, China's construction of artificial islands in the South China Sea represents a blend of remarkable engineering and strategic ambition. These islands serve multiple purposes, from asserting territorial claims to enhancing military capabilities and controlling vital maritime routes. Despite facing significant engineering and geopolitical challenges, China has persisted in its efforts, reshaping the regional power dynamics and drawing international attention. The long-term implications of these artificial islands are still unfolding. As the world grapples with the changing geopolitical landscape, the South China Sea remains a focal point of global strategic interest. The artificial islands stand as symbols of China's rising power and its willingness to assert its interests in the face of international opposition. Understanding the full scope and impact of this project requires ongoing attention and analysis, as the South China Sea continues to play a critical role in global politics and economics. That will be all in this video. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.